one's time in order to support any young person through a process. And just before I came on, I was looking at, I haven't got the phone with me, I thought I had it with me, but I was looking over at it's Act and Listen First, just behind Alexandra. Sorry? Always listen first. I was reading, the thing that I homed in on was the mentoring part of that. And it was saying that a mentor needs a lot of time, and that mentoring has no sort of time frame, is roughly what it was saying. Now, it struck me that for the Afro-Caribbeans in Gloucester, we don't have a lot of time. Those that are in a position to be good role models, unfortunately, are working. I've been approached by so many different organisations, education in particular, to do some mentoring. And I've always said, I can't do it, love to do it, I really, really would seriously like to do that. The problem is that I work full time, and I don't have time to take out of my working day to go in order to mentor a young person. The other thing is those people who are able to do it do have some time. There's an expectation that you can do this as an add-on and, you know, without any financial gain. Now, we're not being greedy. What we're saying is if people are serious about mentoring, mentoring does attract a level of skill and experience. And that level of skill and experience, if it's to be shared adequately and sensibly and appropriately, needs to be paid for. And people do, you know, can do it as part of their living, but they do need training, they need the support, and they do need to be paid to be mentors. That way they can deliver a service to young people. A mentoring organisation in place allows young people to come to it. We can go out to young people, we can support them, and we can stop seeing, and I hope, you know, in the future, if I do something like this again, that I stop hearing the messages from those young people, because it actually, as a member of the Afro-Caribbean community, it hurts to know that there's so many of them out there who don't have any hope whatsoever at such a tender young age. And of course, no hope leads to, as many of them said, risk-taking behaviour, involvement in the criminal justice system. None of them want it, but many of them feel that they're being pushed in that direction. To a large extent, no fault of their own. And I know I've played a lot of importance on the findings in relation to young African Caribbean males, but I think that's the area, the largest area of work that needs to be undertaken in Gloucestershire. In addition to that, we came across a lot of young women who were actually, they were striving to achieve. But again, what I found is that they were limiting their opportunities. They were working in a specific area of work that, again, wouldn't give them the opportunity to earn at a much higher level. None of them were actually in private enterprise. They were all actually working in the social care environment. I'm not knocking social care. What I'm saying is, in terms of the Afro-Caribbean community across this country, they are overrepresented in that field, both in terms of the recipients of service and as employees. So that says something about what happens to Afro-Caribbeans and their life chances, and the jobs that they pursue. And for me, social care is the area where there is the least level of discrimination, and I should imagine that's the reason why a lot of BMEs are working in that area. And I know there's lots of research to support that. Going back to the report, the project activities was around doing as I said, we had the project group, the facilitators went out and did the questionnaire. We worked with a large range of organisations, I've already said. The questionnaire has now come to an end. The information has been coordinated, and a report has been compiled. Now, unfortunately, we don't have a report available to us today, but Jane Manning, who's sitting here, she's from World Jungle, she's compiled the report, and the report will be available, and it's available online at World Jungle. In addition, it's our World Jungle tables right behind you all there, gentleman waving his hand, right by the front door. There's an evaluation sheet. So for people who did get involved, there's an evaluation sheet here. We would all like you to fill it in. It's asking really about what you thought of this event here today, so it's relevant to everyone. What sort of things you think can be improved. It's talking about Checkers itself, the acts, the information on the stands, number of things it's asking you about, and it's also asking, there are some courses on offer, tasting courses, variety of them, and it's asking if anybody wants to engage in that. Now, feel free to fill it in, it's there all night. What time is it finishing here tonight?
10.
10. So for those of you around, feel free to pick up a form and fill it out. Won't labour the point too much, but as I said, the actual survey was around looking at the needs of Afro-Caribbean learners in Gloucester. What we found is that the main messages are that people aren't aware of the services out there. People are saying that the education services that are there currently aren't meeting their needs. They're not in places that they wish to participate in a course. So some of the work that's going to go on now is looking at how we can tailor the needs of Afro-Caribbean learning in Gloucester to meet more sensitively the needs of Afro-Caribbean learners in the Gloucestershire community. So that work's going to continue over time. But as I said, more information about how the project went, the findings, the recommendations and the next steps can be found on the World Jungle website, which is... Did they email you, Jane?
Yeah, if they email me, that's
okay.
fine.
It's there's an email address, so it's email Jane, Jane, at worldjungle.org.uk. But that information will be available to everyone at the back. Finally, thank you very much. I only had to say a little bit. I hope it was relevant and that people gained something from it. I'm popping off, but I will be around later if anybody wants to have a chat with me and want to learn more about the project. But finally, just to say, I hope you've all enjoyed Black History Month. As Rudolph Walker said recently, we should be celebrating Black history every day of the year, but unfortunately we only have a month, so let's make the most of it. Enjoy the rest of the afternoon. Thank you. I only had to say a little bit. I hope it was relevant and that people gained something from it. I'm popping off, but I will be around later if anybody wants to have a chat with me and want to learn more about the project. But finally, just to say, I hope you've all enjoyed Black History Month. As Rudolph Walker said recently, we should be celebrating Black history every day of the year, but unfortunately we only have a month, so let's make the most of it. Enjoy the rest of the afternoon. Thank you.